Misconduct was anyone, anytime, anywhere, against anyone. All right, let's talk about the cautions. The cautions are exactly the same as the outdoor game. And I use the acronym PUDLR. All right, persistent infringement, unsporting behavior, dissent, delay of restart, leaving the field, entering without permission, or failure to respect the distance. Let me go through all these now. I know I'm inundating you guys. All right, persistent infringement means somebody repeatedly fouls. If there's a player out there, he keeps banging other players. All right, every 2 minutes there's another foul. This player is bumping people, ramming him, doing this, that, and the other thing. Guess what? Stop it, knock it off. Here you go. Okay, you got your warning. All right, now, if let's say there's the best player for the other team, has got 3 weaker players, and that player, every time they get the ball, one of the other team bumps them, fouls them. Even though it's a different player every time, what is that team doing? They're marking them and they're deliberately trying to take that player out of their game. The team is going to take a yellow card. The next player, when I recognize that the team is doing that, is going to get a yellow card for persistent infringement. So it could be, persistent infringement is called either against an individual or against a team. Okay? Unsporting behavior is anything I want it to mean. All right, it's sort of the umbrella for referees. All right, yelling at opponents, doing that kind of stuff. I mean, you name it, it falls in there. Unsporting behavior is anything I want it to be. Okay, faking an injury or faking an equipment failure. Remember I talked about. Let's say you see the attacking team going down on a breakaway, and you go suddenly yell, "Hey ref, my chair's not working. You got to stop the game." And then you get your team gets position, all of a sudden, whoop, you're back into play again. Guess what? I'm going to call you for it. That's unsporting behavior. Because what you're trying to do is stop the game in an unfair way. Changing jerseys without the goalkeeper. We already talked about that. Deliberately moving a goalpost because you think you're trying to stop the game or prevent a goal from being scored. All right, dissent. Dissent is showing disputed contempt. All right, you running over the sideline, grabbing a pair of glasses and bringing it back out to the referee. That's dissent, okay? That's not part of the game. All right?
It's funny.
It is funny, but it's dissent. Referee blows the whistle for a free kick, and you come over and knock the ball off the field. All right? And the call's against you. Referee blows the whistle for a kick-in. As he set the ball up, another player runs by and knocks the ball away again. Deliberately doing it. That's delaying the restart. That's a yellow card offense, okay? You've been told to start the game, and you're messing around as a team trying to figure out who wants to take the kick. Okay, if you take too long, it's going to be delaying restart, and the referee's going to call you for it.
That's just going to be referee judgment. There's no more time there's no more 5 seconds.
Correct. There's no time. The time limit's gone. In fact, in the outdoor game, you don't see the time limit either. But a player who picks up the ball, or let's say a player lines up for the kick in, and he's all set to go, and he goes, "Nah, hey Johnny, why don't you take this one?" All right, that's delaying time. That's wasting time. We're going to call you for that one. But if you set up and all of a sudden you realize you don't want to take it and you're moving away, that's something. Excessively celebrating goal. You score your goal, you take your shirt off, woo, and you run around the track here at Lakeshore. That's excessive celebration. You're wasting time. Get back in the court. Because remember, the clock is still running. So anything you do is taking time off the clock and it's wasting time. It's going to be leaving the field without permission. All right. Remember, now you can leave the field while you're in the course of play. You're trying to play the ball. You're either going around the defender, you're going outside to get the ball back into play. That's okay. But if you go, I'm out of here, just leave the field during the game, that's leaving without permission. Okay? Now, if you enter the field without the referee's permission, that's a yellow card offense also. You cannot just run on the field and say, hey, I'm back in. You have to wait for the referee to beckon you on, either this way or come on back and that kind of stuff. So that's a yellow card offense too if you do that. Or if you come back in after you've been instructed to leave for an injury or something like that, you got something hanging off your chair, you run off, you have somebody take it off, you come right back into the field, you have to have permission before you can do that. Yeah. Fail to respect the distance on restarts, all right? If you're closer than 5 meters to the ball on a free start, on a re-kick, you're going to be yellow carded for it. You need to back away, okay? Unless the team is taking a quick kick. If they're taking quick restarts and you're closer than 5 meters, nothing can be done about that. All right? What's the restart for misconduct? If a player creates misconduct and the referee has to stop the match, misconduct by itself is an indirect free kick. Now, if it's a misconduct and there's a foul associated and this foul is more serious restart, then we'll go with the other one. But if it's done by anybody else, if it's done by a coach or a substitute on the sideline or something like that, then it's going to be a set ball while the ball's in play. If the referee has to stop the match to deal with misconduct taking place off the field of play, we restart with where the ball was. Let's say, remember I talked about player A to player B ramming each other off the court? Well, the ball's in play. I'm going to stop the game, deal with those two guys, and then it's going to be a set ball over here because the infraction's taking place off of it.